Welcome to Spotlight Torrance, where we're exploring your city. I'm your host, Julie Chan. Did you know that Torrance has a sister city in Japan, known as Kashiwa? Thanks to the Torrance Sister City Association, Kashiwa students have had the opportunity to come to America and stay with host families right here in Torrance, while Torrance students also had the chance this summer to go over and experience life in Japan. We're going to head over now to the Toyota Museum, where they're hosting a farewell event for the students of Kashiwa who've been here for 2 weeks and have explored all over Torrance as well as Southern California. Let's find out all the fun they've had. Tonight we're here at the Sayonara banquet for the Kashiwa students, and I'm here now with Bill Sutherland. Bill, tell me, you are a host family.
Yes.
Tell me what it's like being a host.
Well, you find out teenagers from another country are exactly the same as from here, and they're 100% different, which is an oxymoron. But, you know, they have their customs, we have our customs, but they all want to have a good time, they all want to laugh, they all want to see things, and they all want to meet people. You know, and that's the fun part. We have a 17-year-old, and yet she wants to meet grown-ups. Of course, you would rather meet teenagers, but you find out people all over the world are people.
Now, were you here also at the welcome reception?
Yes.
And tell me what that was like. How was that different from tonight?
Well, that was totally fun. Laugh, joked, fun. This, we're going to laugh and joke, and about another hour, all the children are going to be crying. So it'll be different in that way, but they'll be crying because they've had a great time, and they're not going to see each other for possibly the rest of their lives, minimally for 4 or 5 years.
Well, Bill, we are going to actually take a look at the welcome reception, and let's go and take a look.
Tonight we're doing our greeting for the children who are coming over from Kashiwa, Japan to spend a few weeks in the city of Torrance.
Jet lag did not affect these high school students. You can see the excitement on their faces the day after they landed in Torrance. They celebrated the start of their new adventures with the welcome party.
I know we could have, 'cause you know that
They may seem like strangers to one another at first, but with the help of the Torrance Sister City Association and its 41-year alliance, this nonprofit organization hopes to eliminate that gap.
The cross-cultural exchange is very, very important. As everybody knows, we have a very diverse community, and this gives everybody an opportunity to meet people from another country.
Host families and volunteers prepared a potluck lunch, which served a mix of American and Japanese dishes. The American delegates performed a song, while the Japanese choreographed a dance, and then afterwards there was a gift exchange. The host families are eager and have waited many months to meet their newest family member, with hopes in getting to know one another's language and culture.
Thank you so much. I want to become a strong person mentally and expand my world view.
Former Mayor Scotto attended the welcome event. Scotto and his family hosted their first Kashiwa student 8 years ago. He says that this program is a real bright spot and wishes more families look into the application process to get involved. As a country that currently holds the title as the longest inherited monarchy, the Japanese take their traditions very seriously. The tradition continues as the delegates concluded the celebration with the Kashiwa Odori, which is a happy dance while wearing their red and blue happy coats, a welcome party tradition that dates back decades.
To see that we're very similar in all of our ways. Our students went there and learned that firsthand, and now the Japanese students, many of whom have never been out of Kashiwa, Japan, and are now here and seeing the big city, and Torrance is the big city, and we're going to show them a good time.
As the city with the second highest Japanese population in the nation, Torrance willingly welcomes and embraces international exchange. Reporting for CitiCABLE, I'm Amy Polpey-Boone.
I'm here now with Reiko Higa, who's a Torrance resident. Reiko, tell me, you've been involved with the program. Your son has been to Kashiwa.
Yes.
What was his experience like, do you think?
I think it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and he enjoyed so much. And the Kashiwa host families were very nice to him, and he made many friends. And I think it opened up his eyes to see different culture. Lived there for 3 weeks, and then coming back, and I thought he became a little mature.
Really?
That was a great thing.
And what do you think has been the best part about being a host family?
It's providing the place for the students to have a safe place, and then their eyes open up and they realize their possibilities and some dreams, something they didn't know. So it's exciting.
All right, well, we're going to go and check out where Crystal Garcia was earlier in the week. I think some Kashiwa students got to check out the inside of King's Hawaiian Bakery. So let's go see what she found.
Hey Julie, you're probably wondering why I'm wearing this. I'm actually here at the King's Hawaiian plant in Torrance, where the kids of Kashiwa are about to get a sneak peek at what it takes to make this sweet bread of King's Hawaiian. Exchange students involved in Torrance's Sister City program got an opportunity to see the inside of local King's Hawaiian plant, giving them an experience unlike any other.
This is the first time to go around the company of the place, so it is very huge and very, very surprised for me.
And going through a factory means safety first. Everyone had to get decked out in robes, hairnets, and hard hats. Greg Tyra, along with 2 other King's Hawaiian employees, led the group through the ins and outs of the plant.
We pretty much showed them most of our operations of how we pretty much make our products, so the baking, the packaging, the mixing, all those kind of parts, and then the materials, everything that goes into a product, and just show how everything is automated and how it mechanically goes from each step of the process.
The family-owned bakery was founded by businessman Robert Tyra in the 1950s. Greg Tyra, Robert's grandson, is just one of 15 family members still working in the family business.
Originally in Hawaii, since it was majority of Portuguese, Chinese, and Japanese immigrants that were working the plantations, it's actually a Portuguese recipe. His recipe is unique because he takes that foundation and then he builds a slightly different recipe that can be kind of marketed and shown to retail.
The tour came on one of the final days of the Kashiwa Exchange program and was special to not only the kids, but also the Tyra family.
It's nice because we are Japanese American, and for us to have these programs in Torrance that interrelate with our Japanese heritage, it's nice to be able to show them the Japanese American side of the living in America.
So we just finished the tour, and this is what the kids have to say.
Thank you, King's Hawaiian!
Mina, did you enjoy that factory tour?
Yes, I had a very good time because in the factory, good smell, and I tried the bread. It was so delicious, so yummy. I like it so much. But in Japan, King's Hawaiian bread is nothing. So I want to eat in Japan.
Now tell me, what has been your most favorite place to go here in California?
I can't choose because every place is best. Because in free day, I went to California Disneyland. This is for the first time, and I had a very good time. And Japanese Disneyland and California Disneyland, very different. So it makes me so fun.
Do you hope to come again?
Of course, tomorrow. I want to come back tomorrow. I don't want to back to Japan.
Well, the Kashiwa students have been really busy for the past 17 days, and they're getting ready to fly home tomorrow. We're going to take a break right now, but we'll be back to share more about what they've been experiencing.
The police called after midnight when they caught our son at a drinking party. It was a real wake-up call. A policeman suggested we try Al-Anon family groups. I didn't want to go to a meeting, but I'm glad I did. Are you troubled by someone else's drinking? You might be surprised at what you could learn in an Al-Anon family group from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or go to alanon.org.
Living near the water, it's a dream come true for many, except when there's flooding or a hurricane. That's why people who live near lakes and rivers, by the ocean and bayside, are working with their local planners to make sure that protection from all sorts of natural disasters is part of the planning process. Learn more at planning.org. That's planning.org.
Welcome back from the break. We're here at the Torrance Sister City Kashiwa Sayonara event tonight. And now I'm joined by Emiko Kranz. Emiko, you are from Torrance and you went to Kashiwa a year ago. Tell me about that experience.
It was a really great experience. I mean, I have always dreamed of going to Japan, and I never really had the chance until I found out about the program. And just having that experience, it's really nothing like any vacation you can take, because you stay with your host families, you're with this group of students who you don't really know, but you get closer because it's an experience out of the country. So,
did you get to learn any Japanese?
Yes, I had actually taken Japanese for 3 years in high school, and I never really had the chance to practice it until I went to Japan. So my first family, they spoke a little bit of English, so that kind of got me into it. And then my second family spoke no English at all, so I was kind of forced to practice it, and it was a really great experience.
Now, the Kashiwa students are here right now, and this is their 17th day. Tonight's the Sayonara event, so they're going to be leaving tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have you had the chance to spend any time with them?
Yes, so my family is actually hosting a delegate from Kashiwa, Yuka. So on our host family weekend on Sunday, I actually took her shopping because that's something that she wanted to do. And I gave her the chance to kind of see how American teenagers interact, so a couple of my friends also came along when we went out for our family events.
And you mentioned that you were also at the beach with them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how was that? Do you think they enjoyed the beach here, or are the beaches in Japan more spectacular?
Oh, definitely. They enjoyed it here because a lot of them live pretty far away from the beach. So they were saying they were so thankful to have come to the beach here in Torrance. It was so pretty and it was so clean, and they really enjoyed all of their time. A lot of them went into the water. We played some games. So it was really great.
Well, our reporter, Crystal Garcia, had the chance to go and meet with the Kashiwa delegates while they were at the beach. Let's go and check it out.
Hey Julie, I'm here at Torrance Beach where the students of Kashiwa are out in the water enjoying some fun in the sun.
Warm weather and beautiful beaches is Southern California's claim to fame, and the students from Kashiwa sure do agree.
Let's visit! Yay!
Students and program leaders enjoyed the R&R between all the other activities the group did throughout their SoCal trip.
We've met the mayor. They've actually spoken at a city council meeting. We went to the Torrance Historical Society and we did a Torrance tour.
We go to the Toyota Auto Museum so they can see the Toyotas that were on display, and we have a square dance.
Each activity helped to show the delegates from Kashiwa what it's like to live in Torrance.
Exciting to come here, and I especially like beach and clear sky.
During the beach day, the teens splashed around in the water, boogied on boogie boards, played in the sand, and even created their own music. Through it all, the beach day is just another opportunity for the kids to make lifelong memories in their city's sister city. For Spotlight, I'm Crystal Garcia.
Now I'm joined by Lori Urich, who's the president of this organization. Lori, tell me, how long have you been involved with this group?
I've been involved with the Torrance Sister City Association for about 20 years.
And tell me, what's your favorite part?
I really enjoy being at Bunkasai, helping to organize that, and helping out with our cultural exchange program, seeing the Japanese students come and sending the Torrance students off.
And have you had the opportunity to go to any of these different outings that the students have been going on over the past few weeks?
I did, starting with their welcome at the airport. On the first day that they were here, we took them to a city tour where we visited the mayor and made a call to him. We also visited the Torrance City Council chambers where they got to sit on the seats and have their photos taken. We visited with the Torrance Fire Department and had a full tour and demonstration of the hook and ladder truck. Then we went to the Torrance Police Department where we met the forensics lab team and the communications department down there, so we could see how the emergency calls are processed. Then we took a little stroll through the Japanese garden. We visited the Armstrong Theater to see that operation. So we had a great day seeing some of the highlights of Torrance and around the city.
Wow, and of what you saw, what do you think their favorite activity was while you were with them?
They really enjoyed visiting the mayor and sitting in his seat, especially in the council chambers.
And then when the seats moved slightly to the left, they were really thrilled about that.
Now, did you have a chance to go to this chili cook-off where they learned how to line dance? And
I did. That was one of their favorite events. The chili was made by the families, and then the students, our Kashiwa students, were asked to be the judges. So they tasted 8 or 9 different ones and chose the one that they thought was the best, and we awarded prizes. And then we have Boots and Bows come in to do square dancing with us. And so the caller brought all of the music. It was a great time, and they learned a lot of different steps and had so much fun. Even for the Americans, for our Torrance students who'd never done anything like this, it's a lot of fun.
Delegates from Torrance's sister city of Kashiwa, Japan have been packed with activities from the moment they arrived, thanks to the Torrance Sister City Association. The organization began in 1973, and today there are more than 160 families who volunteer to make this a successful cultural exchange program. The chili cook-off is a favorite for the students and the volunteers. The Western-themed night included country music along with an all-American favorite for dinner. Mayor Patrick Fury was also there to welcome the special guests. The exchange students got a lesson in cake decorating and showed off their talents at the chili cook-off. While the chili cook-off has been going on for the past 4 years, the Boots and Bows Square Dance Club has been giving lessons for the past 20 years to the Kashiwa students. The Boots and Bows Club donated the country western skirts and dresses for the ladies to wear, and the men of Kashiwa wore jeans and some had cowboy hats to complete their look. Well, that chili cook-off looked awesome, and I'm here now with Saya, who is from Kashiwa. Saya, tell me, did you enjoy the chili?
Yes, of course. This is the first time to dance square dance, and it was really amazing, and it's really fun for me.
So there were lots of different chilies. Did your host family make a good chili?
Yes, of course. I love my host family's chili.
And tell me, what has been your favorite food here in California?
I like hamburger. Yeah, this is very delicious, and I ate too much hamburger, so some students say I became fat.
So maybe when you get home, your friends won't recognize you. Well, as you can tell, Saya has really enjoyed her time here, and so have the other Kashiwa students that I've had the opportunity to talk to. They are just all having a great time. They've been here for 17 days, and they're going home tomorrow, but I'm sure they'll keep in touch with their host families, and hopefully they'll come again in the future. Thanks for joining us tonight on Spotlight Torrance. We'll see you next time.